Happiness, we all seek it. Success, achievement, we all desire it. Living a high-quality life, we all deserve it. And working at a job or career that provides happiness, success, achievement, and a high-quality life, well, we all crave it. Welcome to 5 Steps to Rapid Employment. I'm Jay Block. Thank you for investing in this program, a program that will impact your life far beyond the workplace if you're open to it. The 5 Steps to Rapid Employment program will inspire you, will awaken the greatness you have to achieve all you desire, and will do so in a simple, enjoyable 5-step process. And all you have to do is commit to the process. And here's a statistic that should turn you on. More than 85% of the people who faithfully complete the 5 steps process you're about to be introduced to will land jobs quickly. And I mean the right jobs, with the right companies, at the right pay. Like a recipe for baking a cake. When you have the right ingredients and follow the instructions to a T, the cake comes out perfect every time. Follow the 5 steps to a T, and you won't believe the results you'll get in landing a job and living an extraordinary life. So join me now as you begin your journey of designing your better future. Treat this powerful and empowering program as though the quality of your life depends on it, because it probably does. Before we get going, let's muster the courage to acknowledge the new playing field, the new ever-changing workplace. It's still being constructed, and we're not sure exactly how the future workplace will look. Today's workplace is certainly a different one than we had even 5 years ago, 10 years ago, and looks nothing like my father's workplace, where for the most part, people had 1, maybe 2 jobs during their entire working lives. Why is this? One reason can be found in sheer numbers. When we consider those people who are unemployed, underemployed, unhappily employed, and those who are happily employed, seeking even better opportunities, we'll come to realize there are about 35 to 45 million people or more looking for jobs on any given day in the U.S. alone. Perhaps this may sound like not so good news, but let me share with you the overwhelming good news. We are living in exciting times. For the first time in human history, we can reach out and touch 7 billion people around the globe for free, for new job opportunities, new contacts, new markets, timely data and information, you name it. We'll cover this in a lot more detail during the program, but for now, I ask only that you be open to the fact that when you focus on what's possible, opportunities, not lack, limitations, or what you've been told is impossible, then you'll magically open the doors to the unlimited opportunities waiting for you to tap into. For just a moment, let's dig a little deeper into the why the workplace has changed so much and is still very much under construction. It actually boils down to 3 main culprits: technology, corporate giant takeovers, and globalization. Technology. You and I both know it. Robots replacing humans on the assembly line, the ATM, your new banker, and their self-service everything from checkout counters in stores to pumping your own gas. Hey, when I was in college, I paid my way by pumping gas, cleaning windshields, and checking oil levels for gas stations. Today, throughout every sector of society, more and more human jobs are being lost to technology. Let's talk about globalization. When the Cold War ended, suddenly 2 billion people were transitioning from communism to capitalism. It's not just China and India. These 2 billion people are working in new factories and starting new entrepreneurial enterprises. Even if workers earn just $50 or $100 a week, their standard of living is much better than it was under the shackles of communism. And here's a fact we must all be aware of. Workers in underdeveloped countries are prepared, in fact, eager to give workers in highly developed countries a run for, well, literally their money. And think about this. Countries around the globe that are currently in turmoil, where so many are fighting for their freedoms, once free, they too must build economies. And to build economies, there must be jobs. Lots of jobs. So I guess what I'm saying here is that outsourcing is not going away anytime soon, if ever. Corporate giant takeovers. It was predicted by economist Joseph Schumpeter, a Harvard economist, back in the 1930s and 1940s. Large companies taking over. Think about rural America at the peak of the Industrial Revolution. As you travel down Main Street, you'd see the general store, the ice cream parlor, the local optometrist, the camera and film developing shop, the drugstore, the produce centers, the butcher shop, the clothing boutiques, and the hardware store, just to name a few. All making a pretty good living and providing necessary services to their neighbors, to their community. Then one day, wham, tsunami Walmart hits, leaving in its wake a mega-sized supercenter, a 250,000 square foot structure. And gradually, but inevitably, this puts many people out of business and out of work. And not everyone can sustain a quality life on the wages paid by many of the mega giants. Now, there are other factors that have had a direct and indirect effect on the workplace as well. The Great Recession, the Affordable Care Act, national and international crises like 9/11, natural disasters like Katrina. They all play a significant role in the functional operations of the workplace. And the post-9/11, in fact, more recently, the post-Great Recession society in general, and the workplace specifically, are much more susceptible to these factors. Companies are more cautious in their hiring practices because they have to be leaner and meaner to adapt quickly to change just to survive. What I'm suggesting here is that uncertainty created by national and international events impact employers, the stock market, and thus the workplace and the job market. Why is all this important to you? Because today you must understand that the industrial age workplace is over. It's been over for quite some time now, and it's been replaced with the new workplace, the protean workplace. What the heck is the protean workplace, you ask? And perhaps this is the first time you've ever heard the term, but it's not a new term. Google it. You'll discover it was first coined in 1976 by Doug Hall, former faculty director of Boston University's Graduate School of Management. The protean workplace is one where there is a shift away from companies, businesses, and organizations, and the government taking care of individuals, and the transformation to individuals taking full responsibility for their own careers and livelihoods. The career and workplace of the 21st century is protean, a career that is driven by the individuals, not the organizations, a career that will be reinvented by the person, you, from time to time, as the person and the environment change. Protean is a term based on the Greek sea god Proteus, best known for anticipating the future and adapting to the future he foresaw, a shapeshifter, if you will. So protean implies that we are proactive and that we become highly versatile, mutable, and skilled at successfully acclimating to an ever-changing environment. I mean, think about it. You, me, everyone has to take time, all the time, to anticipate the future and to adapt accordingly. Because what used to take 60 years to change now changes in about 60 days, some 60 hours. For instance, about 6 or 7 years ago, I anticipated that my book royalties would probably dwindle significantly due to ebooks, illegal downloads of my books, and the internet. I didn't wait for the well to dry. I began to dig a new one. As a result of being proactive and responsible for my own future, I created online programs that now earn more money than my royalties. I didn't wait for some magical miracle. So the protean workplace, it means don't put your financial well-being in the hands of employers that can no longer assume that responsibility. Does that make sense? And I assume you know that government isn't the answer either. You must assume total control. Anticipate, adapt, and you'll prosper. So let me present a challenge to you. It's time to stop job searching, to stop job hunting for that elusive job in the hidden job market. It's time to start planning and conducting a high-energy, proactive, and self-inspiring job campaign. 5 Steps to Rapid Employment is different from any other program because I reject the idea that job search is an effective activity or that it even works at all, that it ever worked. As you'll see during our time together, career and job transition is a process, not a search and not a hunt. Whether you're a graduating student or seasoned professional, career and job transition can be compared to planning and orchestrating an exciting marketing campaign, a self-marketing campaign. And I assure you, there's a significant difference between a search and a campaign. It's not just a matter of semantics. A self-marketing campaign is engaging, inspiring, hope-filled, proactive, innovative, and synergistic. You've got to believe in the product you're marketing, namely yourself. In fact, you actually have to love the product you're selling. For now, here's the bottom line. When you campaign for the job you want at the pay you deserve, you're in control. When you search for it, you have little, if any, control at all. So, let's quickly review the 5 steps to rapid employment. It's only 5 steps, not 55. 5 is easy, right? So here are the 5 steps to rapid employment. 1, learning how to ride the emotional roller coaster. Manage emotions, fear, and adversity. Turn negative emotions into positive results. 2, defining your goal. Jobs and careers that enrich your life, where you work to live, not live to work. 3, using value-based resumes and self-marketing tools to stand out and get noticed. We'll talk about reference portfolios, LinkedIn, and other secret weapons to rapid employment. 4, creating a meticulous action plan, a map, the GPS to rapid employment, action plans to take care of you and your campaign. And 5, taking action and mastering a few self-marketing skills. New actions create new habits that create a new life. The miracle to all change is taking massive action. So, now if you're ready and excited to get going, please join me in the next session where we begin our journey together with step 1. See you then.